So I joined Bizzabo 3.5 years ago when we established our customer success team. And we didn't quite know what it means to become a customer-centric company. Today, I can proudly say that Bizzabo is a customer-centric company. And that's thanks to 3 main ingredients that we implemented throughout the years. I'm going to share those with you and how they can help fuel your customer success. But before we jump into that, I'll share briefly what Bizzabo does. In this pie chart distribution, we see B2B marketing companies' budget. The biggest piece of this pie goes into events. Bizzabo decided to use the power of events to drive in-person impactful experiences and build business outcomes. Bizzabo is an event success holistic platform that gives our customers all of the needed tools to create rewarding events while surfacing insights to help their events grow. We're proud to call Forbes, Gainsight, Microsoft, HubSpot, and many more amazing companies our customer family. And thanks to their support and loyalty, we won the People's Choice Award for Favorite Event Technology for 4 years in a row. And we hold a 5 out of 5 rating in customer service on Capterra. Our customer success team grew tremendously in the past years, and we're now around 20% of the entire company's size. Like I mentioned before, I joined Bizzabo 3.5 years ago. We were only 3 CSMs with no client services team, and today, among the New York and Tel Aviv offices, we have a team of 22 Bizzaboers. What we see in the center is our main value proposition. Bizzabo always thinks about customers' event success, and that's what connects us to today's topic, how to develop a customer-centric approach to fuel your customers' success. So we spoke about pie charts, which got me thinking about real pies. And a fun fact about me is that I have an alter ego, my Bitmoji. We're both foodies, and not talking about food is challenging. So let's see what's on our menu for today. There are many tools for developing a customer-centric approach. Since we're short on time, I chose the top 3 I believe that could be implemented in any size team, whether they're big or small. For starters, become subject matter experts. We're going to focus on a few best practices there. Then for our main course, I'm going to talk about why it's important to take data-driven decisions. And for dessert, we're going to see how we combine forces across teams to ensure customer success. At Bizzabo, we implemented something that we called event expert sessions, since one of the main focuses on becoming subject matter experts could be by becoming industry leaders. These event expert sessions have 3 benefits: aligning with our customer goals, an opportunity to shine as industry leaders, and we're trusted advisors. We're considered as trusted advisors that are knowledgeable on the product. We're aware of our customer goals from the onboarding stage. And at that point, as CSMs, we're able to envision what event expert session could be most valuable for them. For instance, a few of the topics that are related to Bizzabo more specifically is that one of the event expert sessions is in reliance to improving attendee engagement. So one of the goals, if their goals is to improve attendee satisfaction and to see engagement with their event, we could suggest that session. Or perhaps if they want to reach their revenue goals through sponsorships, then we can offer a session called Optimizing Your Sponsorship Opportunities. The third session that we can suggest is if they're trying to reach their ticket goals and sell tickets long before their event occurs, and then we can suggest the Boost Your Ticket Sales session. The 3 sessions have the opportunity for the CSM to share product knowledge and use cases, as well as ideas that we collect from the industry and trends that we've analyzed. A few more recommendations going forward for becoming subject matter experts. Go to industry-related events to learn. We're all at a conference now, and you're sitting at various sessions to learn about customer success. Think about your product industry and how much you can learn from going to events on those topics. Proactively review other accounts in the same industry. You probably have several accounts that have something in common, whether if it's the way that they use your product or if it's from the same industry. For instance, if I have customers from the health industry, I can look at how they've been using the product and reach out to similar accounts and suggest use cases that I could learn from what one customer had implemented. By joining industry newsletters, we're able to learn a lot about trends, and even if you join customer success newsletters, you're able to learn more about what, like Lincoln Murphy said, his book is no longer relevant. So joining newsletters will be something that is more relevant in terms of actual trends. And by joining customers' newsletters, I'm able to understand their news. And if they're promoting their event, if they're marketing other events and maybe using competitors, that way I can reach out and see why. So on to our main course. Another fun fact about me is that I studied electrical engineering. I find myself drawn to data and numbers very naturally. I believe that it's very important to keep your data as clean and reliable as possible, and let's see why that's important. Growing with the right customers. Mainly the idea is thinking about your ideal customer profile. We want to make sure that you are aware of what your ideal customer profile and that your product and that your entire roadmap is very focused on their goals and your company goals. Helping your product team with prioritizing features and your roadmap. We used to rely on gut feeling and sentiment, and CSM sentiment, when it came to building features. And today, one of the things that we notice is that if we want to focus on our ICP, we need to have a better process that relies on data. Today, each product manager can easily pull a feature that is requested and to see the total ARR that is affected by that, as well as the number of accounts requesting it. The third point of why it's important to take data-driven decisions is that we can understand our customers' health and take actions, which brings me to our next slide. Relentlessly monitor and manage health. This is the fifth law from 10 Laws of Customer Success by Bessemer Venture Partners, which we also had the honor to hear one of their representatives earlier this morning. At Bizzabo, we decided to build our scorecard based on 3 main buckets. Communication is 40% out of the 100% health bucket. And it's including our communication, which is the touch points with customers, calls, and meetings. Then in terms of sentiment, which is 20%, we separated that to the NPS survey that is sent over to our customers twice a year, as well as the CSM sentiment. And each CSM has a 10% opportunity of affecting the health score with their personal insights. The additional 40% are the customer outcomes, which is also broken down to weekly active users versus monthly active users. So that way we're able to see if their product usage is decreasing or increasing. And support tickets. So our support tickets are 10%. And then we look at the number of tickets that were sent out in the last 30 days, number of support tickets that were sent. If they're less than 5 tickets, that means that they're probably thinking that the product is very straightforward and easy to use and they don't have a lot of issues. However, if they send over more than 10 tickets, it may show or indicate that their health is poor, that it's not straightforward, and that they're having a lot of issues. Okay, so after we had our healthy meal, onto something a little more indulging, our dessert. Combining forces cross teams. We're all customer success. As I mentioned before, Bizzabo is a customer-centric company. So even though the CSM is in the center of this slide, it's merely because we're the quarterbacks of our accounts, and we want to make sure that each touch point that other departments have with our accounts are valuable to their direct success. What I mean by that is that we want to make sure that, for instance, timing is right. Maybe they're right before a very big sensitive renewal, or their main big event, or a project on your end. Perhaps they're, like we mentioned before, their health is at risk. Maybe they're frustrated, and that's not a good time to reach out to them. Or perhaps if a product manager wants to reach out to a customer, but your marketing team is already in touch with them and they're building a case study together. You're not the only service provider that your customers are using, and they probably have more CSMs that are asking favors like reviews and case studies. So make sure that each one of those touch points is very valuable to their direct success. Let's jump into a few examples. We do have many touch points with all of these departments. I chose a few that are most valuable. And I guess the most obvious one to begin with is our product team. Our customers love it when they can impact and influence our product directly. We have feature discovery, touch points, and usability tests between our product team and our customers, which give our customers a great opportunity to influence the product. Product managers can reach out directly to a CSM, and to review a specific feature that they want to build, they can reach out and ask that CSM if they can connect with the customer, and eventually we'll hope that that can kind of create delight with the customers, and obviously let them impact the product user experience and design. When our customer success team realized that we're struggling with sharing resources or creating many resources for enriching our customers' product knowledge, we added in our product marketing team. So out of the various resources that they share here, it helps us on our day-to-day work, and we basically look like $1 million thanks to them. And I can go on and on about them because it has been a one-woman show for a very long time, so I'm in awe of that. Cool. Our R&D team. Our R&D team are the main technical point of contact for any issues that our support reps can't deal with. Another initiative that we added in is something that we called a support rotation, where our R&D team is able to get more understanding on the sentiment and experience of our customers. What I mean by that is that a front-end developer, a back-end developer work together with a product manager, which manages the queue, in order to ensure that all of the tickets are resolved, and again, they're aware of that experience. A company cannot call itself a customer-centric company if they're not involving leadership with customers. We've implemented the following three. And for example, Customer Deep Dive is a monthly meeting that our leadership sit together with customer success directors and the entire product team, and they review in depth each renewal story, each churn story, and each account at risk, and they brainstorm together to see how we can ensure more success for those accounts. Another valuable point in involving leadership is that they are a fresh point of view when involved with your customers. And they also help the CS team with upsell opportunities and to expand more accounts. So, to wrap things up in a doggy bag, per se, these are my tips for developing a customer-centric approach. So, invest time in becoming subject matter experts by implementing expert sessions, invest in becoming industry leaders, go to events, and analyze trends. Secondly, take data-driven decisions to build the foundations for the future while focusing on your ICP and continuously monitor health. And third, combine forces with other teams. Timing is everything. Implement processes for key accounts and involve leadership. Thank you.